Magandang gabi, bayan ng Call of Duty. Eto na ang pinaka-aabangan nating lahat. Welcome everybody to the finals of the Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open, powered by the home of Filipino esports. Kami po ang inyong mga kasangga sa bakbakan. My name is Bravo6 and coming at you guys is G10. G10, magandang gabi sa iyo, partner. Finally, nagsama tayo sa isang desk.
Yun, yeah. From the start pa lang, gusto na kitang makasama, Bravo. Pero ngayon pa lang tayo nagkatagpo dito sa Grand Finals pa. Mga kaibigan, BRE Pro, the Davids to the Goliaths ng ating Smart Omega.
What a battle this is going to be, mga kababayan. Hindi ho biro ang pinagdaanan ng parehong koponan, so to speak. I mean, we saw that the path that Bren took to get here, and we saw the yung talagang time-tested chemistry and dominance ng Barangay Omega. At talaga namang masasabi nating a match for the ages, a match for the classic. Kaya community, masasabi ko lang, tumuto kayo. Walang hihiya, walang bibitiw, walang uuwi agad-agad dahil ina-expect natin na talagang magiging malupit, matindi ang bakbakang ito, partner G10. Ibang klase ito, ha?
Yes, full 12 rounds ang expected natin dito, mga kaibigan. Hindi nga 12 rounds kasi that would take too long. Pero it's a metaphor sa boxing. Pero ayun nga, maximum 6 games tayo ngayon. Diba?
At para maintindihan ng mga kababayan natin ano ba pinaglalaban itong dalawang team na to, no? Siyempre, this is the first ever edition ng The Nationals Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open. Kauna-unahan po sa kasaysayan ng ligang ito na sila po ay naglagay ng isang first-person shooter o FPS title. We know the Nationals from years back. Different titles, different genres, different platforms. Pero ang community ngayon, ang kanilang masasabi nating kinater ba in terms of audience. Kasi alam naman natin, maraming mga taga-subaybay natin ng mga naglalaro, mga fans ng Call of Duty Mobile, who, by the way, is celebrating its 3rd anniversary today. So, happy 3 years sa Call of Duty Mobile. Congratulations on the success that you guys have done. Pero again, to have a pro league for COD Mobile in the Philippines is definitely one for the record books.
Yeah,
What can you say, G10?
I'm so sad that it took 3 years, Bravo6, kasi napaka-intense ang mga laban. Kung nakita na natin to from day 1, nako, hindi na kayo nag-tune out sa Nationals kasi eto nga, napaka-intense na ng bakbakan na nangyayari dito. Siyempre, David versus Goliath, favorite versus underdog, yun yung storya natin ngayon, pero lahat ay posible ngayon. Nakita na natin ang BRE Pro na patumba na nga nila ang Smart Omega in the group stages. Kaya ba nilang gawin ulit dito in the biggest stage for the biggest prize in the Nationals?
Kung ang kinakwento nga, mga kababayan, nitong ating si partner G10 yung kwento ng Bren, ikwento din naman natin. It's been a long while since we saw this chemistry between the team ng Smart Omega na talaga namang from NRX days hanggang sa ngayon na nasa Smart Omega na sila ay talaga namang glued together. I mean, there were changes both for good, the bad, and of course downright challenging. Pero again, makikita natin, mga kababayan, kung ano ba talaga ang pinaglalaban nitong dalawang koponan na to. Because tonight we will crown the champion of the first ever Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open. And the brackets, by the way, pakita lang natin, mga kababayan, eto na nga, etong pinagdaanan.
Yes,
diba?
This is the path that they took. Smart Omega match 1 natin, napaka-lapit lang versus Signal Ultra Warriors. They went the distance, mga ka-community. It was a best of 5. They went to Game 5. Yung BRE Pro naman, lower bracket warriors sila. And from the start, napakahirap na laban nila. Kahit nag-3-0 sila sa Laos Playbook Eagles, it was still a close fight. Tapos ngayon, sa kanina lang natin na nasaksihan, Signal Ultra Warriors.
Nakinas mo rin.
Yeah, kinas ko din yun kasama si Bibimbap. And yun din, it went the distance. Full 5 games. So, syempre, mental fatigue is going to be a big issue na ngayon. Kaya ba nila na mag-reset? Kasi, syempre, ito na, best of 7 na tayo, partner. This is it, pansit.
This is it, pansit indeed. Sino kaya ang uuwi bilang kauna-unahang kampyon ng Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open? Pero dahil maraming nagtatanong, ano ba yung mga iniisip natin dyan? Siyempre, comment nyo na rin sa ating mga social media platforms, by the way. We have Facebook, that's facebook.com/PHNationals. Of course, at PHNationals on Twitter and on Instagram. And the YouTube channel, youtube.com/TheNationalsPH. And, of course, bago yan, ang ating tournament, #legit.
Exactly. And syempre, before we get into the game itself, let's take a look at who's going to be competing. Let's see Smart Omega.
Barangay Mag-ingay, Team Captain Whoopi, Risky, Rage, Candy, Idra, Young J, and their coaches Device and Jericho, the time-tested, battle-hardened squad na masasabi talaga nating one of the most seasoned teams in this league,
In the
Smart Omega. Definitely, will this be another trophy to their ever-growing collection of classics and championships?
Yes, it may be, partner, kasi Smart Omega, they are the favorites dito. But can David best this Goliath? Bren E Pro, let's see them. At ito ang challengers, Bren E Pro. Napakatindi ng daanan na pinagdaanan nila ngayon lang. Team Captain Wacky, Freezy, Luffy, Z-Man, Jess, tsaka si Mids. But kaya ba nilang talunin ang Gods of Omega?
They've been through it all. The first ever team to take a map of Smart Omega for all three modes, hardpoint, control, and search and destroy. Kakayanin ba nilang umulit ngayong gabi at sulutin yung masasabi nating korona ng The Nationals Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open? I'm as excited as you are, G10.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
Tumitibok at tumitibok na ang puso ko, Bravo 6. Kasi
Okay.
this is such a David versus Goliath story. Number one, ang Smart Omega, they came into this league na halos buo sila. They only picked up Young J, di ba? Pero Bren E Pro, they got drafted. Each of them came from different teams and they came together to form a single unit. And kung kaya ba nilang tapusin ang laban na to ngayon din, can they prove that their teamwork, their shared teamwork over the past few weeks, can that best the years of experience of Omega?
Oh, alam mo, yan ang mga tanong na malalaman natin, di ba? And speaking of malalaman natin, G10, I wanna ask your prediction. Who are you rooting for? Sino bang manok mo dito sa ating Grand Finals, partner?
Okay, so ganito kasi yan. In the first game, hard point, alam ko na hindi yan bibitawan ng Smart Omega. So for that first game, it's going to be Smart Omega. And I think you'll agree with me on this. Pero gusto ko na babalik at babalik din yung Bren. And they're gonna take it to the final game.
Alam mo, I agree with you. Pero I have to also agree with you on that point, G10, about Omega winning that hardpoint game. Because simply because one of the factors is Bren has been playing over the last few hours. Ang Smart Omega, kumbaga, fresh pa. Kumbaga, they only played one game as opposed to the third game that Bren is playing right now. So that will definitely prove to be an advantage.
Tama.
But then again, hindi natin pwedeng i-discount yung possibility na biglang makakomeback itong Bren. Because
Siyempre,
they know how
it's
to come
happened
back.
before.
And this is the first game that they where they beat Omega.
Totoo. And if you guys are not familiar, kung hindi kayo nakapanood sa aming play-ins tsaka sa group stages, the very first game of the Nationals play-ins, Bren E Pro versus Smart Omega din, and Bren E Pro was able to take that hardpoint map. The very first map na linaro dito ay napanalunan ng Bren. So syempre, it's not out of the possibility na kukunin din niya ito.
Eto na nga mga kababayan, ang inaabangan, 1-point advantage for the Smart Omega team since they won earlier, no?
Exactly.
Sa upper bracket finals natin. So as we speak right now, 1-0 ang Omega.
Yes.
So alam nila, or rather lamang sila rather. Pero eto na nga, band operator skills will be the Sparrow and the Purifier. So walang pana, walang samgyupsal for the grand finals. But look at this.
Unang-una pa lang, hacienda agad. Nako si Beef Mami. Very sad once again kasi alam ko paborito niyang mapa to. But we're going to be going there for hard point. Hindi siya SND. But speaking of SND, we're going to be going off to firing range for the next one. Standoff for game number 3, control. And then after that, take off hard point, raid, search and destroy, and slums for control ulit.
What an intense 6-game series or 6-game finals this will be. At eto na nga mga kababayan, we are going in sa hacienda. Lupang pinangako, sino ba ang magpapanalo? Ito ba ang simula ng Omegang kay ganda? Or will Bren be able to bring this championship team to the sunset?
Bren lang nga ba malakas?
Or will it be one-shot Omega? Malalaman natin mga kababayan. Here we go! Hard point sa hacienda. Bren E-Pro, Smart Omega, G10, simulan mo na!
Tara na dito mga ka-community kasi ang Smart Omega at saka Bren E-Pro, eto na sila coming in hot in our first hard point dito sa gitnang-gitna ng Hacienda Luisita. At yun nga, nag-blue na agad ang ating Bren E-Pro. Yun nga, Bren E-Pro, blue agad, pero contested green na kaagad. SMO though, Rage, Candy, Idra, they are getting the kills and they have the control SMO. Wait, bakit baligtad ang ating mga logo? Yung SMO nga ang ating blue side, pero ang Bren ang ating yellow side. Just to be clear mga kaibigan, yung Bren naman ngayon ang nagko-contest dito, pero blue na blue ngayon. Or wala pang nakatapak pero blue siya kanina.
Oo nga, 14-2, very good start for Barangay Omega. And here we go, Rage. Nasa Gedli, nag-aabang, nakita si Mids. Will the shot connect? Buti na lang nandun at nagbabantay si itong kanyang backup right there. Mids over in the center. This is one of the hard points na sobrang dami ng power positions and sightlines. Napaka-importante for both of these teams to try and gain control and deny access in short security guard gameplay. Here we go, 17 to 15 lamang na nga po ang Bren E-Pro G10. We're moving into the second hard point.
Pero napakalapit talaga ng laban and naunahan na nga ng SMO sa positioning ang Bren E-Pro. Siyempre, sila ang haciendero dito. Alam natin na paboritong map talaga ng SMO ang Hacienda. We've seen it in their history, in the way that they've played Search and Destroy on this map. And siyempre, hindi din magdi-differentiate yan pagka hard point. Siyempre, kita nyo, hindi man lang makapasok ang Bren E-Pro. Their lives are dropping like flies dito. Rage and Risky are keeping the cabins clean. They're keeping this garage away from the peasants, from Bren E-Pro. Kasi ayun, nasira na nga Lamborghini.
Oo nga, mahal pa naman masira Lamborghini, partner. Here we go. Bren finally going in for the contest, pero ayaw pa rin silang pahawakin ng Omega. That's because they know how to play objective, and this is what Bren is also trying to do or had tried to do in the last 2 games. Whoopee, nakabantay sa Gedli. Eto na nga mga kababayan, Rage and the rest of the team going in for the guard. 57-20, lamang pa rin ang Barangay. Barangay, mag-ingay. Eto na nga, malapit na tayo sa ating next hard point. Brilliant kill from Freezy right there. 64-20, dominant lead para sa ating number 1 seeded team.
Alam mo yung sinasabi ko dyan, partner, lagi mo sinasabi, check your corners, and that was a check your corners moment talaga in the third hard point. Yun, check your likod, check your 6, check your Bravo 6, syempre.
Yeah,
pero ayun, watch 6. Whoopi though, watching his Annihilator, 2 kills already for the sniper ng bayan natin. Pero ayun nga, nahihirapan na talaga ang Bren na actually, kahit pumasok man lang, kahit mag-contest, hindi sila makakuha ng angulo galing sa Smart Omega.
At nakita natin yan dun sa laro kanina, dun sa 4th round hardpoint G10, ano? Nahirapan yung Bren pero sinubukan nilang bumawi. But again, this is definitely going to be one challenge. Eto na nga, nag-invest na si Mids. Napatay niya si Candy at si Whoopi. Zima napatay si Risky. At hawak na nga ng Bren E-Pro ang hardpoint, trying to go for that scrap time. Very important for both teams now. Freezy with a nice cold kill kay Whoopi. Grabe naman yon, 81-32. Malayo pa ang umaga. Pero kinakailangan na nilang mag-rotate because we only have
the scrap points.
Oo nga, they left the scrap points now. 1 second, 0 seconds on the next hard point. Kailangan na. Punta na tayo sa susunod.
Yun nga, pero nakikita natin mga kaibigan, yung map movements talaga. SMO is so comfortable on this map. Alam nila kung kailan yung timing na kailangan nila. Alam nila yung mga angulo dito. Our third hard point pa lang. sobrang in control na ng ating Smart Omega. They are not letting go. Parang hindi pug, pero bulldog na may kagat. And ayun, nakagat na nga ni Rage si Mids.
5 points to the 100-point mark, G10. And here we go, Freezy going in for the play. Pero ang Omega nakaabang sa Gedli. Z-Man, D-Man investing, yes sir! Waki also investing with him. And Luffy going for the swordfish kill. Waki napatay si Whoopi. And can this be the momentum changer? Idra naglabas na ng gravity. Will he be able to hit it? No. Luffy going for the D9. Freezy nandiyan sa Gedli. 20 seconds pero kino-contest pa rin. 95 to 59. Bren is trying to stop the bleeding.
Siyempre, kasi yung Bren E-Pro, they are pros talaga dito sa pagka-comeback from a deficit on hardpoint. They've done this before. They've done this to the same team, mga kaibigan. And it's not even a huge deficit ngayon. 20 points na lang ang lamang ng Smart Omega. Sa ibang team, sobrang dami ng lamang ng Smart Omega. 100 points na yung lamang nila at this point. Pero yung Bren, napakalapit ng kapit nila dito sa kanilang hardpoint. And even though it's blue ngayon, mamaya-maya, pag nakuha ng Bren ang mga sidelines nila, it's going to turn yellow. Pero all the kills are coming to SMO pa rin. Whoopi and Risky, they're getting kills one after the other. And syempre, dito sa Fountain in the middle, hindi rin makaka-defend masyado ang Bren kahit makapasok man sila because of all of the control on the balcony na nakuha ng SMO. But wait! There's more kasi si Freezy tsaka si Luffy, si Z-Man din! Everything is turning yellow ngayon.
And it was all yellow. Sabi nga ng Coldplay, but here we go. Freezy with a play and empty hardpoint, but it just became blue thanks to the mabilisang responde ng ating Smart Omega. 112 to 90. G10, Bren is closing in. And this is definitely proving to be a challenge for the #1 team in this league. Whoopi nasa likod, dapat ay si Waki. Team captain versus team captain right there. And here we go, 105. 6 points na lang, 5 na lang, 4 na lang, 3 na lang, 2 na lang. 2 points is all it takes for both teams to define who will win that round. Sabi nga ni Coach Pika kanina, if Bren wins this, Omega loses their 1-point advantage and the scales are even, G10.
Yun nga, so it will be up to Bren talaga to keep the game even. Pero napapatay-patay sila. They're just trying to force this hard point, but they're running into the bullets. They're running into the crosshairs of Smart Omega, and it is Smart Omega who has control. Full control of this garage once again. Nako, yung Smart Omega, alam mo, gusto-gusto nila sa mga kotse nila. Syempre, that's how they get around. And Whoopi and Idra, they're getting around all of these kills as Rage takes down Luffy once again. And my God, it's all blue ngayon. Blue na blue. Parang yung flag ng Pilipinas na nasa taas.
Oo nga, and this second hardpoint proving to be the money hill for Smart Omega. Mids, sinusubukan patayin si Candy. Sinusubukan nilang i-deny yung objective sa loob. Pero grabe ang depensa. Whoopi going for the perimeter play and Risky as well. So that is a 3-man perimeter play coming in from Smart Omega. 167 to 110. Lumalaki na yung lamang, G10.
Isang buong hardpoint ang nilaklock ng Smart Omega. Hindi man lang nila pinaapak yung Bren ng isang sekundo doon sa hardpoint. Ayun, 110 pa rin ang Bren. Pero uunahan ba ng Bren sila dito sa hardpoint? Yes, they did. But hindi nila ma-hold ngayon. It's going to be a very tough contest kasi andito na yung mga miyembro ng Smart Omega. Z-Man and Waki, though, they're holding the line. Hold the door nga, sabi. Pero Idra and Whoopi, they are just gunning everything down. It's once again blue para sa Smart Omega.
If you look at Smart Omega, Whoopi is doing what he does best, and that is to slay at hardpoint. 27 kills compared, wala pa nakaka-20 bombs sa Bren. G10, tingnan mo. But Bren is now holding the hardpoint. They have to hold at every turn. Whoopi, yun na nga. Napatay siya ni Mids. Pero tingnan mo naman, almost the 30 bomb, G10.
Yun nga, Whoopi. Ito ang Whoopi na kilala talaga natin, mga kaibigan. This is what we come to expect. And he's still up and running. He's taking on Freezy with a wallbang. He's taking on Mids with a 4-2K. Headshot pa yun kay Mids. And that means the last 5 seconds, the last scrap points ay mapupunta ulit kay Omega. And kunti-unti lumalaki na ang lead ng Smart Omega.
Ang ating barangay sinusubukang maging mabuhay at sinusubukan na nilang tapusin itong laban na to the quickest that they can. And here we go, brilliant kill by Risky to Luffy, Z-Man killing Rage and Waki killing Candy. Mids naman ngayon pumapasok at nakuha ng Bren ang susunod na hardpoint. Freezy, tumingin ko sa Gedli, nakapatay katuloy ni Whoopi, and Mids going for the investment. Yes sir, the shot connects. Here we go, Risky killing Waki and Candy killing Mids. Blue hardpoint, blue green. Grabe
Ganun
yun.
talaga.
What an intense matchup this is. But again, Bren needs to do a lot more work. They need to hold
Freezy
more
with the
points.
claw.
Freezy with the claw indeed. Makakakalmot kaya siya using that claw. Candy nasa baba. Idra na sinusubukan ding pumasok. Berdeng-berde ang hard point pero ang daming tao ng Omega.
Yun nga, nagalit nga si Rage doon. Pero si Z-Man, mas galit siya. He's the man for Bren. Si Z-Man talaga ang kanilang clutcher. He's now 24 frags up. 150 to 200. Bumabalik at bumabalik ang Bren E-Pro. Pero magro-rotate na ulit tayo sa hardpoint 1 mga kaibigan. At ito, pag nakatapak na ang Smart Omega, hindi na sila lalabas. They are the men who can't be moved.
Indeed, and maybe they'll be famous as the men who can't be moved in this league. Malalaman natin as we go to the third rotation. Freezy with a nice cold killer. 50-point, more than 15-point lead. A 50-point lead for Smart Omega at this time. But if Omega holds this first hard point, this game is theirs.
Exactly, but all they have to do is hold it. It's very hard to hold it when the balcony and the power positions are all looking down towards the fountain. Ayun nga, si Z-Man nakatatlo! Si Wahi na kaysa! Dumidilaw uli ang ating hardpoint 1 mga kaibigan. Bren, they can still come back if they hold this. It's going to be very, very close. Pero si Rage at si Candy, ayun, nagalit na nga ang Smart Omega. Nagalit si Rage! He's enraged mga kaibigan. 2 kills for him. And once again, Smart Omega, they're taking the lead point by point, brick by boring brick.
Definitely, and this is a very, very crucial fight for Bren E-Pro. They need to get all the points that they could get. But Smart Omega is very, very smart indeed by playing and rotating into different sightlines, making their gameplay unpredictable. Z-Man, nasa Gedli, pero napatay siya ni Idra, 174 to 220. But there we go. Ito na nga, second hard point again. The garage. Andito na naman tayo sa garahe, G10.
Yun nga, pero ngayon ang mga kotse ay nasa side ng Bren E-Pro. Sila naman ang mga driver, pero mas okay na driver si Idra dito. Godnade from Freezy, yun nga. And it looks like this hardpoint is once again Smart Omega. How are you going to pry them away from the garage? Kasi nasa Smart Omega talaga ang Lamborghini na to kahit wasak na siya. Rage and Whoopi, they're getting the kills that they need. Pero si Z-Man, he's got the Annihilator. Can he annihilate? He's got 2, maybe 3. No! Whoopi with a claw. He takes him out.
5,
Nasa Smart
4,
Omega ang hardpoint. At nasa huli, nasa dulo ang pagsisisi. 250 Smart Omega take game 1.
One shot! The first shot for Omega in this finals. What an intense hardpoint match that has been. Hindi naging madali sa parehong koponan yung G10. Grabe yun.
Yun nga, walang madali doon. No free lunch mga kaibigan. It was every single hardpoint, hard fought by both teams. Big claps to Brendan for putting up as big of a fight as they did kasi wala pang team na, sobrang lapit lang ng lead ng Smart Omega at the start. Kasi usually yung Smart Omega, diba? Sa unahan sila, they're going to build up that lead tapos mag-steamroll sila after.
But you gotta look at the significance of this win as reflected in our post-game stats. Hardpoint was the first ever game kung saan natalo ang Omega.
Yes.
In this finals.
Poetic justice.
Exactly. Talagang pinaghiganti yung kanilang pagkatalo sa Bren by beating Bren right there. And that's Whoopi right there with a 42 kill, dropping a 40 bomb, winning his gunfights, proving to try and redeem his performance earlier. He is the undisputed king of hardpoint sa The Nationals, mga kababayan.
And so far, siya talaga ang king of hardpoint because he has the most frags on that map out of any single player in this entire league. Whoopi, he is justifying why he's the captain of this team.
And speaking of justifying why he's the captain of his team, let's try and take a look at the highlights right there, Mission Control. Pakita natin kung gaano ba talaga naging kalupit itong unang hardpoint na to. Bren had, or Omega really, rather, tried to go for that early hardpoint control and it proved to be the difference that put them over itong koponan ng Bren because they know how fast Bren rotates. So kung sabi nila, kung mas mabilis ang Bren, bibilisan natin times 2.
Totoo. Pero yung differential lang dun is Bren, at the end of the game, at the end of the day, nawalan sila ng gas syempre. Medyo mahal na yung gas ngayon, so hindi nila afford. Pero yung Smart Omega, syempre, nasa garahe sila, andun lahat ng kotse, kayang-kaya nila.
And I couldn't agree more with what you said. No? You made a beautiful point. Nasa garahe sila. They weren't traveling this entire route because they won nga game 1. So talagang mainit ang ating Smart Omega. But no team should be complacent at this point in time.
Yes.
That includes Bren and that includes Omega. It's still anybody's ballgame. And as we could see right now, Candy and the rest of the team and Idra also, they make kills where it matter.
Yes.
Diba? Hindi siya yung parang papatay ka lang ng papatay sa Gedli. Ayan pa, yung first and second hard points G10, dun talaga lumabas yung pinag-aralan nilang strategy talaga eh. Kasi they transformed the first 2 hard points into money hills.
Yes.
Meaning to say, sa mga nanonood sa atin, pag sinabi po nating money hill, dyan ka nakakakuha ng matagal na hard point time, which is very critical to games like these. And by denying Bren access to those hard points G10, talaga namang hindi ka makaka-score dun. Talagang hindi nila pinascore.
Tamang-tama, bravo. Kasi every single point importante sa Omega. They want to win by as much as possible kasi alam natin pag nape-pressure na yung Omega, minsan they get a little bit, they let the pressure get to them. And that's what happened sa game nila versus Bren last time in the group stages. And this time, ayaw talaga nila sa pressure. They want to be the ones pressuring Bren, and that's exactly what happened. They have the mastery of the map. Hasyendero talaga ang ating mga SMO.
Nako, alam mo, tama ka dyan. At mamaya marami pa tayong pag-uusapan tungkol sa naging kinalabasan ng larong ito. But again, first shot para
Omega.
sa Smart Omega. Nagbabaga pa rin ang bakbakan dito sa The Nationals Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open. Magbabalik po kami.
sabi-sabi ng sino-sino, ordinaryong tao lang tayo. Abot sa langit ang hangarin, tingin ng malayo, umapasalo
Luzon,
Visayas!
Mindanao,
Pilipinas!
Pilipinas! Handa na ba kayo? Dahil round 2 na ng ating The Nationals Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open Grand Finals. Kami pa rin po ang inyong mga kasangga sa bakbakan. He's G10 coming at you.
At siya, si Bravo 6, going dark pagkatapos ito. Pero nandito na tayo, partner! Andito na tayo, game number 2, Search and Destroy.
Andito na tayo sa exciting part.
Tama yan.
Bakit ko nasabi? Because,
Kanina pa tayo papunta.
hindi lang yun eh. SND wins championships.
True.
SND wins championships, and if whichever team, be it Barangay, Omega, or will it be BRE Pro, this will be a momentum boost, no, for any team
Of
na
course.
talaga namang makikipagbakbakan dito sa mode na to. And honestly, G10, I can't wait to see these two teams slug it out in a map we know all too well, parang kanta ni Taylor Swift.
Anong kanta yun?
All too well.
Hindi kasi ako Swiftie eh. Pero alam niyo
Hirap
kung
sa'yo
sino
eh.
nga yung Swiftie, mga kaibigan, kayo. Kasi mabilisan lang to. But before we get into it, I just want to thank the Games and Amusement Board for supervising and regulating our tournament and making it the most legit that it can be. Siyempre, andito lang tayo sa The Nationals, ang bahay ng Filipino esports.
At hindi lang sila ang dapat nating pasalamatan. Bigyan natin ng isang mabilis na shoutout yung ating League Operations team, yung ating production, yung ating everyone involved really in doing this league. Wala ho itong buong ligang to kung wala sila. And speaking of wala, eto na, dalawa ang nakuha ng Omega. Why dalawa? They had the first game and they have a 1-point advantage.
Yun nga. Pero dito, baka ma-extend yung lead nila or can Bren get their first point? Kasi ito nga, El Clasico, sinabi namin ni Bibimbap kanina, Search and Destroy, firing range. Alam na alam nyo yan, mga kaibigan, mga ka-community. Rank game yan. Classic sa Pilipinas.
Hindi lang classic, paubusan ng pila sa lobby, di ba? Pagka pumipila ka talaga sa Pero speaking of, as we have been doing throughout this entire broadcast, I'm gonna go first na siguro with my
Sige.
prediction. I'm thinking really that siguro BRE Pro might come back, but again there's a factor of fatigue. Okay, mental fatigue is definitely mental, physical, emotional fatigue. Pangatlong match na to ng Bren.
Yes.
Okay, and it's search and destroy. And then, of course, both teams will have made substitutions. Kaya you really can't discount the possibility of Omega going for another win. What about you, G10?
Ako, Bren lang din ako. I think sila ang malakas talaga sa mapang ito. Kasi if we're looking at historical data, Bravo 6, this is not the best map for Smart Omega. Diba? Kasi, but Bren, they like this map quite a lot. Kanina lang, nanalo sila dito sa mapang ito, 6-2 versus Signal Ultra Warriors. So I think
6-2 o 7-2?
7-2, sorry. Kasi 7 yung point. Pero yun, they brought it to 6-2 and then 7-2. Yun yung ibig sabihin ko, mga kaibigan. Pero ayun nga, they just played this map. They have experience. They know the strats that they just used. So they have the freshness in mind. Kayang-kaya nilang kunin yung momentum from their last match, put it into this one.
Pero, wag kang pakakasiguro.
Yes.
May dalawang magaling na sniper yung Omega. Ang pangalan nila ay Whoopi at Yang J. Okay?
Sandali lang. Kasi may magaling na sniper din ang BRE Pro, si Luffy, ang Pirate King. Kasi siya, so far, in terms of kills, siya ang pinakamaraming kills with a sniper in SND sa buong liga.
Pero again, babalik tayo sa Philippines' deadliest sniper.
Yes,
Whoopi was
historically.
one of those. So I still call him the Philippines' deadliest sniper. But here we go, mga kababayan. BRE Pro, Smart Omega, S&D, firing range, G10, come at it.
Let's go at it talaga kasi Wacky and Luffy, they've got the snipers up. They've both had amazing shots. Kaiba nilang kalabanin nga ang Philippines' deadliest sniper tsaka ang the new talent in Young J, who is the only player that has been drafted by Smart Omega during our draft series. Wala pang namamatay dito. No kills as of yet. They're playing very cautiously kasi alam nila every single kill matters. Search and destroy.
Oy!
Ito in the first kill. It does go over to BRE Pro Wacky with first blood.
That is big. Bren killing Whoopi is really big at this point. But can they sustain this momentum? Freezy killing Rage. And here we go, Candy with the first frag to Bren kay Z-Man. Luffy with an 8 and the ZRG. Luffy nakaabang the league's top sniper so far is still there.
Oh,
Young
Young
Jay
Jay.
killing Freezy with a nice cold kill. And here we go, Luffy. Nagbabantay sa Gendy. Candy napatay si Waki with a wallbang. 2v3 situation lamang ang Smart Omega.
Biglang lumamang ang Smart Omega once they got into that site, once they're guarding it, and Idra and Candy, they're going to finish the job dito for round number 1.
May mga nanonood dito and I'm gonna say this with them. One shot.
Omega.
First shot para sa Omega. Here we go, round number 2, G10. And brilliant shot right there, courtesy of our mission control, our production right there. SMO's Whoopi going in for the aim. The bullets zing past his ears. And ito na nga, nagbabantay. Candy napatay si Z-Man. Freezy napatay si Rage. Idra napatay si Freezy for the trade. And Candy going in for the trailer control. Luffy nag-aabang sa Gedli. Candy sinusubukang sipatin.
Si
Walang
Whoopi.
nakita. Ito na nga,
The
Whoopi
sniper
napatay
battle.
si Luffy. The sniper battle definitely for the ages.
Yun, yeah, and it's the most kills na sniper versus the deadliest sniper, but si Waki,
Whoa!
he's out-sniping Whoopi dun. Pagtayo niya, headshot agad, but there we go, Mids comes in through mid, takes out Hydra, but the trade coming in from Candy. It's a 1 versus 2. Can Waki get the Waki angles nga dito, sabi ni Red Queen, and actually take this? Kasi ngayon pa lang, magpa-plant ng bomba ang Smart Omega. They have 45 seconds left, and alam ni Waki na nandyan lang si Whoopi. Is Whoopi going to peek out? Kasi he missed the shot. Unfortunately, the reaction time was not there from Waki, but he does slide in. New position, new angle para sa kanya. He's
Ingat
right
lang,
behind Candy.
ingat
And he's gonna
lang.
slide into Young Jay.
Whoa!
He does get the kill. With the pistol, he doesn't
Oh!
get it. One more shot sana kay Candy. Pero ayon, 2-0 na ang Smart Omega.
That is big. That is definitely big coming in from the side of Smart Omega. 2-0, really good start for them. Again, you have to understand the type of gameplay that Bren is going through. And this is not easy for them, but they are making their kills. They're having their moments. Luffy switching to the DLQ. Very good choice. It's been a tried and tested sniper for all of the snipers in this team. Mids with a first
Oh!
frag.
Oh!
Mids with a double pick. Idra with a trade.
That's huge for BRE.
Oh, no.
For Brent, Freezy
Oh,
takes
no.
Whoopi out as well. Hindi naka-quick scope si Whoopi doon, but Hydra was able to freeze down Freezy. It's still a 3 versus 2, but now Z-Man makes it a 0 versus 3. Z-Man, the man, the myth, the legend para sa Bren.
Definitely the first win of Brent coming in from their man. Z-Man with his tried and tested fragging tactics talagang being put on display. Brent is fighting with everything that they've got. But Omega is also fighting with a heart and mind. Sino ba sa dalawang koponan na ito ang mananaig? Mamaya malalaman natin, but Luffy going in there, and we could see Freezy going in for the air or for the early trailer control. Young Jay sumisipat gamit ang kanyang Peacekeeper. And here we go. Luffy nakaabang na sa Gedli.
Wala pang kill dito. The angles
Tahimik
are being
lang.
studied. Sobrang tahimik nga lang. They're playing a very cautious game. A dangerous game. Mga kaibigan, the most dangerous game ngayon para sa dalawang koponan. But Young Jay starts it off with a very easy pick onto Luffy.
And that is big because they silenced Brent's best sniper right there. Z-Man nalikuran si Whoopi with a long shot with the Switchblade X9. Candy alam na nakapwesto si
Z-Man!
Waki ron. Oh, Candy with a big kill kay Freezy and Mids killing Rage. 2v1 situation lamang ang Brent. Candy napatay there. 2v1 now. And that is a big kill coming in from Brent. 2-2, toe-to-toe, dust to dust.
Alam mo yung sasabihin ko dun, partner?
Ano?
Ang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan, malilikuran ng kalaban.
Ay, nako. Words better, or words that, bala na nga. But the words better said. Words better said by G10 and not me. Anyway, mga kababayan, at least hindi
Pero si
lang ako
Waki.
nag-choke ngayon. Eto na nga, Waki napatay si Idra, Young Jay napatay si Freezy. Candy over there. Na, likod! Likod! Hindi nakita! Candy napatay si Z-Man.
Yun nga, nalikuran niya ng kalaban, as I said, as I predicted. And it's a 2. Oh my God! Kobe
God
galing kay
name!
Mids! The God Nade. And it's Whoopi and Candy versus Waki and Mids.
Uh-oh.
Hala,
Oy!
Rage, he's gotten concussed. Is he going to peek out? Hindi, kasi it's still a very dangerous prospect dito. Waki, will he get the headshot? No!
Nako!
Just barely misses! Just barely! The head is still there. Rage, will he peek out? Kung tumuyo yan,
Oy, oy,
mawawala
oy, oy,
yung
oy,
ulo.
oy, oy,
But
oy,
Whoopi
oy,
misses
oy,
the
oy,
shot.
oy, 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 oy.
Unfortunately, the sniper, the pressure is coming at him from every single direction. And Waki, now he's one feeling the pressure kasi ngayon, siya ang matutumba dito ni Candy.
Mga kababayan, kung naririnig nyo lang ang ingay dito sa ating broadcast studio here. Grabe, yung init, yung pressure, and the support. I just couldn't, process it for you guys. Pero eto na nga, 3-2 lamang ang Barangay Omega. Luffy going in for the power position, trying to go for the sideline rather. I mean, Rage nasa trailer, Freezy napatay si Young J, Rage na likuran si Luffy, Whoopi napatay si Freezy, and Zima napatay si Rage.
And one by one, the bricks are starting to fall. Candy din nakuha si Zima, and Candy gets a 2-kill for himself. Mids versus 3. Kaya ba niyang kunin? Nalikuran si Candy. That's 1 down. Maybe a second. He has to change the angle. He's being chased. They know where he is. The information is on the side of Smart Omega.
Teka lang.
What's the angle here?
G10, you're facing off against the Philippines' deadliest sniper.
Wag ka
Nothing
pwede
good. Marceline! Pero napatay ni Whoopi. Grabe naman yon.
4-2 na mga kaibigan. Smart Omega starting to pull away 2 rounds in the lead dito. Kaya ba mag-reverse ang Bren dito kasi nag-switch na nga ang side nila.
Bayan, wag kang bibitiw bigla. Makapigil hininga. Talaga, Whoopi going in for his tried and tested sniper tactics. Candy, nakita si Waki. Waki, umiwas. Nandun lang sa Gedli. Nandyan, nagbabantay si Candy going for the reload. Very important at this point in time. Luffy again going in for the snipe. But then, both, the pressure really is on Bren right now, G10. They have to fight. And they have to fight with all that they've got.
Yes, pero si
Young
Young
J
J already with the elimination. The first pick kay Z-Man, and that's Z-Man gone. Candy takes Freezy out as well. Pero si Luffy, he's won the sniper battle, but the sniper versus the automatic piece. Even Luffy still gets that. The quick scope from the Pirate King gets a 2K for himself. It's a 3 versus 3 now, and the bomb is not been planted. It's still floating. It hasn't been planted, but they're looking for it. Pero si Hydra, Wacky was looking in the wrong direction. Hindi niya na-quick scope masyado. That was not a flick that Wacky could have done. And Luffy, though, that's a flick that he did do onto Hydra. 2 versus 2. Mids is right there. Ba't ka nakatalikon, my guy? It's a 1 versus 2 now. Luffy versus 2. Kaya ba niya? Kasi si Candy tsaka si Young J ang haharapin niya ngayon.
Higpitan lang ang inyong kapit. Maglalayag patungong langit. Candy and Luffy. Candy making phenomenal kills right now. And Young J also in the distance. Luffy missing that critical shot. Here we go. 4-2 para sa Barangay Omega. Oo, lamang pa rin sila. At this point in time, Luffy going in for that position. Nagbabantay.
30
Sumisipat
seconds.
with 28 seconds left na lang on the clock. G10, things are on a hair trigger. Ibig sabihin, maaring pawisan na yung kamay mo sa stress, sa pagod. Nai-imagine ko kung ano nararamdaman ng mga pro players natin ngayon.
Hindi ko alam kung paano makakapasok si Luffy. Dito pa rin nakapasok siya. Nakuha si Young J para si Luffy. He does it! The double kill for Luffy! The Pirate King talaga! 3 rounds na ang Bren!
The Pirate King emerging in one piece, mga kababayan! Grabe yun! Hinga!
Wow.
Hinga muna, parang Luffy. Grabe ka naman. Here we go. Luffy again going for the sniper
Nag-extend
right there.
yung scope niya doon.
Oo nga eh. Talagang, siguro nakasakay siya sa barko at that time. Kaya talagang he weighed it out in one piece. But here we go. Babantay.
Tense
Then
ulit.
sa Gedli. Tense ulit. Hands are probably shaking. Palms are probably sweaty. Young J napatay si Wacky. And here we go. Luffy going in for the trailer play. Walang napatay. Walang nasipat. Eto na nga, Luffy. Nagbabantay pa rin. G10, grabe yung tense. Grabe yung tense sa room na to. Nararamdaman ko na.
Kada kill mga kaibigan. Nice squeezing out. Pero yun, nasigawan nga si Luffy. The Zerg coming in for big for Young J. Ang bagong bata ng Omega. Pero hindi na kunin mo. Pero yun, na-quick scope niya si Z-Man. 3-0 ang ayun. Nakadalawa si Whoopi. Sniper ng bayan. Young J, the snipers have it para sa Omega. 3-5 sniper kills dito sa isang round, kababayan.
3 words, G10. Whoopi is back! Talagang
Never
grabe
left.
yung tutok ng Philippines' deadliest sniper tonight. 5-3. All that Omega needs to do is get 2 points, mga kababayan. Whoopi still in the play. Still in the slay.
Oh,
sabi nga ni
good
Red
order.
Queen, oh wait a minute, napatay tuloy siya ni Wacky. Parehong koponan, gigil na gigil, ayaw magpapigil.
Pero si Young J nga, naresbakan na with his own
Oh!
quick scope 2K para kay Young J. And that's a 3 versus 3, mga kaibigan. The bomb has yet to be planted. But there you go, Candy takes down mids. Oh my god, Wacky can quick scope. It's getting to him. The pressure is getting to Wacky. And now it's a 1 versus 3, a 0 versus 3 match, a game point para sa Smart Omega.
Barangay mag-ingay, Brethren, hold on to your seats. This could not get any more intense, mga kababayan. Eto na nga, 6-3. Smart Omega still in the lead, and a very commanding lead at that. Here we go. Whoopi with a big kill to mids, and Freezy trading it for Whoopi 4v4, G10.
Nagalit na si Freezy with the KRM, pero the Peacekeeper is too good at keeping the peace. Hydra takes the man out. Ngayon na, Luffy and Wacky the Snipers. Luffy, kaya ba niya mag 1v4? Ang piratang hari natin ay nakukuha ng isa. Si Young J pa nakuha niya. But Rage, nagalit na siya kay Luffy. And that is it. Omega takes game 2.
Barangay Magingay! Tuloy-tuloy ang abante ng Barangay Omega, mga kababayan. Hindi paaawat ang ating team. One shot. Talaga namang grabe. Grabe. Hindi nagpapaawa talagang Barangay Omega. Their
Tama yan,
fans, their players are working in unison. Siguro naririnig nila yung ingay ng mga taga-suporta.
At ayun, the energy is being transferred. They're giving the energy sa Smart Omega ngayon. May audience tayo dito sa studio. At kada kill, kada round win, sigawan talaga dito. Kung nakikita nyo lang, kung naririnig nyo lang mga ka-community. Nako, hindi na rin kayo, nahihingal din kayo. Parang kami lang.
Oo pero alam mo, you have to really take into consideration now na again, Omega is fighting off from a fresh background, meaning they only played one game, okay?
Yes, one match.
One match rather. And here we go. Pakita lang natin. Look at this. And the strain of these 3 matches is already showing diyan po sa koponan ng Bren. Freezy with none of them having double-digit kills. Candy, matamis ang candy ni Candy ngayon because he's the MVP for this particular game. 17 kills. Di ba?
Nako, Diyos ko. SMO naman ito. Diba, Candy nga, ang sinasabi nila, mga kaibigan, 17 in
1-7.
SMD in only 10 rounds.
10 rounds lang naman, mga kababayan. And speaking of the highlights, we're gonna see how Candy really capitalized on the disadvantages of his opponents, but it's not without his skill. I mean, here we go. Wacky making good kills to Whoopi, and he really proved that he could snipe also. Pero, you know what? Again, game fatigue is already
It's
there.
real.
It's real.
Tsaka,
Pagod is real.
Yes. Mental, physical, emotional. It's been a roller coaster talaga para sa BRE Pro ngayon. Kung tutusin mga kaibigan, hindi ako confident kanina in the lower bracket finals na tutuloy ang BRE dito, pero they pulled it off against Signal Ultra Warriors who had such a better rating than them going into the playoffs. So this really is a Cinderella story para sa BRE Pro. It's just that ngayon, si Cinderella, it's midnight. It's time to change back.
It's late in the evening. Sabi nga,
Yun.
diba?
I like that.
It's late in the evening and definitely marami pang mangyayari.
Late na nga, mag-alis just nga.
Oh, as we're doing this broadcast, medyo gabi-gabi na. Grabe. And look at that,
energy.
Again, Whoopi proving to be still a very versatile slayer. But you know what? You have to give it to Candy, Whoopi, and Young J. I mean, they were the
Yes.
triad that really helped this defense.
Look
no?
at this.
Tignan mo, this is the
This
moment
quick scope.
where
Bam!
I said Whoopi is back. Kasi kanina, even though in this match particularly, may mga hindi siya nagagawang shots eh. But
Yeah.
when he did these shots this time around, it counted, di ba? Talagang it counted. But again, props to Candy for being that slayer, that fast-paced slayer that we needed, or that Omega needed to close out this game.
Exactly. What a fantastic performance from Smart Omega, especially from Candy. That was 17 kills in 10 rounds.
Oo nga. Wait lang. Bago tayo magtapos siguro talagang masasabi ko it's been a really good run for you and I dito sa The Nationals.
Totoo.
Your final thoughts before we leave and then toss it over.
My final thoughts, una, may tatanong ako sa'yo. How are you feeling?
Good. Thrilled and honored, especially to be doing this few hours before I add a plus
Oo nga.
1 to my date.
Magba-birthday na po to, pero let me tell you, partner, I am feeling so fly like a G6.
Like a G6,
Ayun.
mga kababayan.
Ngayon lang magsasama ang G6 combo, mga kaibigan, and
Oo.
dito pa tayo sa Grand Finals. It's been a pleasure. Pagbalik namin,
Oo.
andito na si Coach Pika and Beef Mami. We'll be right back with the exciting conclusion dito at the Nationals, the home of Philippine esports, the Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open 2022. Don't turn away, don't touch that dial!
Maniwala sa sabi-sabi ng sino-sinong ordinaryong tao lang tayo. Abot sa langit ang hangarin, tingin ng malayo. Humabag sa lupa, lumipad sa langit, sa kabantugan, sa kalawakan.
Ladies and gentlemen, it will only take one, literally isang laro na lang on the side of Smart Omega, and they are going to seal the Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open powered by the Nationals playoffs as the champion. Bringing you the action again right here is Pika and Beef Mami. Kamusta ka, kapatid ko?
Oo nga, parang magkapatid talaga. Magkamukha no? We even sound the same at certain points. Pero mukhang medyo thank you so much, by the way, G10 and also Bravo 6 for an amazing cast. But we will let you breathe for a little bit, kind of like you guys at home. Medyo, you know, just take a little bit of a breather. Kasi nga, ito na.
Relax.
Ito na ang crucial moment for our one team that has been absolutely spearheading their way through. BRE Pro. Konting-konti na lang talaga Pero ito yung sinasabi natin, di ba? Pareho yung prediction natin kung sino
Yes.
mananalo from this map on.
And nakakakaba talaga to mga kaibigan, mga ka-community natin dito. Because BRE Pro had to claw their way. Literal na ginapang nila from the lower bracket being third seed. And they had to eliminate Laos Playbook Eagles. Not to mention yung second highest seed natin, namely Signal Ultra Warriors. Now, they are back for a run back against our top seeder. And arguably, ang pinaka nakakatakot na team so far sa league is Smart Omega.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they're up 3 points ngayon, diba? But obviously, alam ng team na to kung paano to pull things through, especially since yung game natin ngayon is going to be control. And syempre, malalaman natin mamaya kung ano ang mapa natin. And there you go. Speaking of, okay, medyo exciting to. Nasa exciting part na tayo dito sa competition because alam natin, BRE Pro sila ang control kings of the matchup here. Not just that, standoff. Kasi alam natin, Omega always bans standoff.
And mukhang ito na nga, as we mentioned before, this could be the kryptonite of Omega. Tatandaan natin dati na, syempre nauna sa lead yung Omega to win their control game against Bren. However, nabawi ito nung Bren during the group stage. Now, in this particular map, na binaban lagi ng Omega. Let's see if BRE Pro can stop that momentum. Hindi biro yung 3-0 dito mga ka-community natin. Not to mention, Smart Omega, medyo malaki yung target sa likod nila dito, Beef Mami. And ito yung gusto ng Bren. Yung makapag-prove wrong ng mga naysayers or ng mga doubters nila. Hindi porket third seed kami, hindi pwede nyo na kaming basically to take lightly. Ano? But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, femmes and fellas, we are about to start our game of control right here. Smart Omega versus BRE Pro. Let's go.
This is not their first rodeo. BRE Pro, tinalo nila ang Smart Omega dito sa control. Tignan natin kung kaya natin ulit. But Luffy with a beautiful snipe. Not just that, mo yellow all across the board. Yung kailangan dito, control in Grannies, control in Statue because you do have sightlines dito sa Alpha pati sa Bravo.
And paliwanag lang din natin real quick dito, Beef Mami, yung ating mechanics sa control. Para po itong halo-halo ng search and destroy, hardpoint, and of course, a little bit of domination sa mga nagra-rank games dyan. So, kung napapansin nyo, A and B lang yung ating points. It's just like a bomb site. However, kailangan itong capturein. In this case, kailangan itong makuha ng BRE Pro. Now, pag na-defend ito ng Smart Omega for the entirety of the clock at hindi pa nauubos yung lives nila, yung mga respawn nila na yan, mananalo, of course.
And now, speaking of defense, and Omega is on the defense, pero mukhang nahihirapan sila on the defense. 15 lives left for them, 22 para sa BRE Pro. Alam natin, sobrang galing na. And now, not only that, they have the life advantage, the third tick dito na sa Alpha. Ang bilis na mga pangyayari, hindi ma-defend whatsoever na Omega, and you're supposed to have the advantage dito sa defense.
Oo, pag defender ka kasi syempre kakampi mo yung oras. However, ang kakampi lang dito ng BRE Pro is pure grit at talagang gigil. Medyo na-clean up ng kaunti dito ng Omega. Ayan na nga, umiilaw ulit. If you notice dito mga community natin, na ngayon nagdikit na yung ating spawns. Dito naman naging sobrang dangerous ng Smart Omega pagdating sa gunfights. And now with 12 to 14, medyo lugi ng kaunti dito ang Smart Omega. Isang segment na lang dito. Isang section na lang ang kailangang capturein ng BRE Pro para madagdagan yung oras natin ng 1 minute. Pag hindi nila ito natapos for the remaining 19 seconds, panalo ang Smart Omega.
A cheeky rotation dito sa back alley is definitely needed for BRE Pro, pero ang daming namatay
Si
talaga.
Candy!
Oo, medyo, yun talaga si Candy talaga. The bane of the existence of BRE Pro kasi ang dami talaga yung nakuhang mga kills dito. Not only that, they do have the advantage of 7 and 6, 12 seconds left on the lives. And now,
Nako! 1 minute! 1 minute!
Extended already, 5 and 5. Wala, patas na talaga yung mga lives count.
Extend pa po kami, kuya. Sabi ng BRE Pro, now we have about 4 respawns left for both members. Oh, nako! Nalalagis na yung Smart Omega. Ito na yung sinasabi natin, Beef Mami. Better be careful because one respawn left. Pag napitas pa itong nag-iisang Omega, panalo pa yung Bren. And they are on the attacking side as well, Beef Mami.
Okay, ito na. 2 and 1 plus 1. Tignan natin kung makuha nila. One more Z-Man, a little bit in trouble, but there you go. Finishes the job. BRE Pro gets an attacking round. Bihira natin nakikita ang mga moment na ganito, and that's the reason why Omega is banning this map all the time. And not just that, Bren is the strongest control team that we have in this competition.
Tama. And hindi na natin mapagkailayo na Beef Mami, for the past days of the league, rather, sa group stage sa play-ins, Bren has proven themselves more than worthy to be called the Kings of Control. Here we go. And nagsisimula na naman ang, again, I would dare say, yung pag-attack dito ng, or rather, pag-capture ng BRE Pro. Kasi we had to switch sides after that first round.
Although I really like what I'm seeing here. Split control coming in from
Yes.
Smart Omega A and B. Not just that, tignan mo, third tick left,
Yes.
third tick left of progress dito sa may Alpha. Not just that, Bravo on the way na
Oh!
rin. Mukhang ang ganda
No!
ng play ng Smart Omega. Ito na nga, Alpha done.
Are they
Bravo,
doing it?
isa na lang ang makukuha.
Oh!
2 minutes extended the clock.
Sobrang haba tuloy ng naging oras dito on the side of Smart Omega para capturein pa yung natitirang B flag. They punched back literally dito, Beef Mami, and hindi na nila hahayaan to kasi medyo mahirap talaga sa side ng attackers dito, mga kaibigan, mga community. Kung attacker ka, simply put, hindi mo kakampi ang oras. And now, Smart Omega is on their way to capture B flag again.
Hello?
And they are winning a lot of their gunfights.
Objective.
Wow! Wow!
Hello?
Ayan na! Pag nakuha pa nila to, that is it. Oh, there's a cleanup. Ayan na,
Okay,
medyo
good.
nililinis ng kaunti ng BRE Pro.
Ayun na nga, nakuha na ng cleanup. So, buti na
Yes.
lang, nakita nila yung time sa oras and also the third tick of progress dito sa may Bravo. So good. And not just that, Omega though, having the life advantage but slowly dwindling away as they are trying to have control dito sa mid. Hindi
Oh,
nila
wow.
pinapaabot talaga ang Omega. Probably doing a little bit of a spawn trap but obviously hindi mangyayari yun kasi they have a full rotation dito sa back alley.
Explain din natin yung spawns po dito, mga ka-community. Hindi kayo mag-spawn sa random parts ng map.
Yes.
Doon lang sa may mga base, sa base ng ating mga players or malapit doon. So here we go. Now with their 9 lives left, 11 lives left on the side of Omega. Baka makuha nito, baka maging 1-1 pa to. Umiilaw ulit. Ibig sabihin, meron pang nakatapak sa loob ng ating B flag. And BRE Pro on the defensive. They have to hold the fort. Ayan na, 5 spawns left on the side of BRE Pro.
Sayang yung Annihilator ni Vince kanina. That would
Oh,
have
that's
been
true.
the biggest play here. But 6 and 5. Ayun na nga, sorry, 4 and 3
Yo!
rather. Wacky and Freezy getting 1 apiece. Tignan natin with a very solid defense. 56 seconds left on the clock. Sobrang dami pang oras na pwedeng umapak dito Omega pero they have to be careful because Z-Man is right there with the
Oh!
Annihilator kill.
Oh, make that 2! Ayan na! Doble na! Oy, muntik na! Muntik na yun! Now with 2 spawns left, Omega, and now BRE Pro is down to their last man. He cannot afford, none of them can afford to be picked off. Ayan na, slow and steady muna ulit tayo dito, mga kaibigan. Luffy checking his sights for any heads or body parts that may peek. Eto na, 30 seconds left. Hinga-hinga ng konti dito, mga ka-community.
Si Luffy gets one, spots one actually, doesn't really quite get the shot. Pero tino, player number 3 sa back alley, that's gonna be risky. Gets the shot! There you go! There is no reason why you should have pushed that.
Yes, yes,
No reason.
yes.
Wacky medyo
Yes.
didn't like that play from him kasi they just had 1 life left. Masyadong risky yung play, quite literally. And Risky took advantage dun sa situation na
Not
yun.
to mention defender sila.
Yes.
So if they weather that out, mapupunta pa sa kanila yun. Here we go. Now this is a 1-1. Again, BRE Pro on the side of attackers. And dito sila nagiging sobrang effective, Beef Mami. Kasi pag sila yung nagpo-push, again, they strike fear into the hearts of Smart Omega. Here we go. 28 to 25. Lamang pa rin sa manpower ang Smart Omega. 27 respawns left. And look at this. Again, objective play on the side of BRE Pro.
This is such a strange control game.
Yes.
Kasi pareho silang nananalo sa attack. But there you go. Speaking of attacking, Rage tries to go in there for attack and for
Okay.
the spawn trap pero hindi mangyayari yon. But then heavily stacking dito
wow.
yung A-bomb site for S&D. Obviously dito sa may haystack, sa may tractor rather. They are gonna get a lot of these kills and now really solid defense from Omega so far.
24 pa ang response ng Omega. Napakahalaga po niyan, mga kaibigan, mga ka-community, kasi pwedeng hindi nyo kunin ang objective. Basta maubos nyo yung natitirang spawns nila, pitas-pitas lang ng kaunti. And we know that Omega right now has a trigger man in the form of Candy. It's so sweet. It makes your teeth rot. Now here we go. We have 30 seconds left on the clock. Mukhang pinipilit pa rin mag-objective ng Bren. Kaso nga lang, medyo tagilid na sila sa manpower dito, Beef Mami.
And now speaking of the manpower, yun medyo mahirapan na. Pero nakita natin dati na pwede talaga na even yung playing field. 16 and 10, not just that, no progress whatsoever dito para sa BRE Pro. Nahihirapan talaga sila.
Oh
Now
boy.
Candy getting a lot of these kills. So again, blue across the board. Nahihirapan na mag-crossover dito ang
Oh
BRE
boy.
Pro. It's gonna be that one person, si Wacky dito sa may back alley that might make the biggest difference.
And again, this is a tall order dito, mga ka-community. Dalawa na lang ang natitirang response ng BRE Pro. The sun is setting here on the side of BRE Pro, mga kaibigan, and there it is. Rage gets that shot to make it a 2-1. And they are literally one switch side away dito, Beef Mami, from victory.
Tignan natin kung kaya manalo ng SMO dito sa attack, which they were able to get one.
Kanina.
This is the most essential round. One round to choose who the champion will be. Will it be Omega? They definitely have a little bit more of an advantage, but Bren, obviously, they're gonna be a little bit more careful sa round na to.
And ito na, this is the name of the game. Nagsisimula, ito yung, laging ganito yung start ng mga control games natin, Beef Mami. Konting pitasan muna left and right. Medyo mananakot muna ng kaunti and magbabawas ng response. But towards the middle and towards the end, makikita mo may iilaw na dito na flag. Here we go. Speaking of which, ayan na nga, Omega trying to capture B closer than that of A. Now, 1 minute and 2 seconds. Medyo huminto muna to dito. Kasi again, Smart Omega, they have to play this quick. Otherwise, baka mabawi pa ng Bren. There's a gunfight right there and Hydra takes out Luffy. 55 seconds left on the clock and no one is aiming for the objective once again.
No solid hold for both of these teams so far, pero mukhang A yung gusto nilang puntahan for Omega. So okay yun. Pero nga lang, ayun, actually, Candy gets a really big two-piece, gets rid of two defenders, gets the third. Risky with the assist as well. Clear out ng Alpha, kaya nila talagang patunguhan ito. Not only that, Bravo, but good thing for for Wacky rather, shuts down Whoopi.
Ayan na, umaasol na ulit yung ating A flag. Isang segment na lang before Omega gets an extension. Kuya, 30 minutes pa. Ang sinasabi dito ng Bren, medyo magdadagdag pa na yung hours and there it is. That is 1 minute. Now Omega only has a 2 spawn lead against Bren Eprom. Malapit pa rin to, Beef Mami, kasi pag naubos to ng, maubos to ng Bren, they could still tie things up.
I'm not really liking yung operator usage ngayon ng Bren. Ang dami na lang nasasayang na Annihilators. It's the second time and with Z-Man, that was supposed to be one big kill. 10 and 6. They are how many kills away? 6 kills away. Smart Omega to win everything. Make that 5, but then Freezy brings it down just a little bit.
Konting-konti na lang dito. Ilang hinga na lang. Now with 7 respawns left. Bren better hold their fort. Never mind. We have 4 left here. 1 minute and 14 na lang. Annihilator usage. Naging greedy ng kaunti kanina yung Bren when it comes to their operator skills. Now, ito, tumitibok na naman yung B natin. However, there's only 3 respawns left on the side of Bren. Pero nag-tie pa. Wow, naging 2-2 pa mga kaibigan. We are just 2 spawns away and 1 kill away each. Is this gonna be a tie, mga kaibigan? Or is this going to be the championship for Smart Omega? 48 seconds left. Rage is just keeping his distance and making sure na walang magkakapitasan dito. Whoopi again. Is he gonna be closing the deal? Yung scope pa ni Whoopi ang magbabigay ng panalo sa Smart Omega. Mids is making a run for it. Isang tao lang from both teams ang mapitas. And we are gonna have a recreation of history here.
Yung delikado dito kasi, yung Omega, kailangan nila pumuntang Bravo. They have no choice. 23 seconds left.
Isa lang!
Luffy!
Luffy!
Extends their life! It's not goodbye! Yun na nga ang kailangan nila. And who else but the man himself, ang Luffy? Kakaiba talaga ang timing at patience ng player na to. And now, both of these teams, tignan natin if Bren can extend and possibly do a reverse or can Omega finish it here.
Nakaka-stress, mga ka-community, because right now, it is becoming team deathmatch. As mentioned nga dito ni Beef Mami kanina, 29-25, nakapitas na kagad ng 6 ang Smart Omega. Now, they are once again on the defensive side. Pinupush ba ito ng Bren E-Pro? Not quite. And ito na, is this the momentum that Smart Omega needs? 18-29, nagsimula na. This is it. The trigger, Happy Candy and Rage, literally angry right now, wants to end this with authority. 11 na lang. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this, Beef Mami?
My goodness.
Galit na.
The spawn trap kasi they needed to go in and aggress. Kasi they can be aggressive here now. 6 times to make that 5. And with 36 left, it's gonna be hard kasi na nga na-spawn trap sila. Now they have to play the perfect control with 2
Bren E-Pro! Are they hanging up the white flag? 22 pa ang Smart Omega, but it looks like Smart Omega is gonna close out the Nationals as your champion!
Smart Omega on top since day number 1 and they remain to be so. Kahit na medyo may bahid sila ng konti on the way here, hindi sila nagpatalo. Kakaiba talaga ang momentum ng team na to. You can see dito sa mga mukha nila, obviously. But grabe, valiant effort coming in from side of Bren E-Pro.
I cannot take anything away from Bren E-Pro dito, Beef Mami. These really valiant, very persistent, very hard-working players crawled from 3rd seed, taking out 2 of the most really underrated teams, if I may, or isa sa kanila, which is Signal Ultra. They gave it everything they got, and they emerged to the grand finals as the one who attempted to wound the gods.
Yung nga sinasabi natin this whole competition, yung Bren talaga ang Achilles heel, ang
Yes.
kryptonite ng SMO. Pero mukhang today, it's just a completely different team. And yes, medyo nahirapan sila against Signal Ultra Warriors in the beginning, but still making it through dito sa finals natin. But now, it just seems like they patched up their wounds
Yes.
dito sa heel nila, and it's a different team that we've seen today.
Without question dito, mga kaibigan, mga ka-community, Smart Omega from day one, originally the crowd favorite, has emerged on top again. May it be play-ins, group stage, or playoffs. They proved time and time again dito, Beef Mami, na kahit na nasusugatan kami, we still belong to Olympus.
Pero grabe, sobrang tested talaga sila
Yes.
this whole tournament. Hindi siya perfect play. Especially since yung
Oo.
run nila, Bren din yung nagpatalo sa kanila.
Mhm.
Bren, it was always Bren. And that's why we were so positive na we could take it to the distance, diba? As in,
Yes.
at least one game. Pero obviously, nakita natin sa performance ngayon, Smart Omega, that rest that they had in between their game number 1 and dito sa finals was a big factor. Kasi medyo meron din tayong fatigue na nangyayari dito
That's
from
right.
lower bracket.
And let's not forget yung nangyari sa pinakahuling round na yun ng Control. Absolute
Oh my
dominance from Smart Omega. As in, yung gap nung natitira nilang spawns was absolutely massive. Ang laki na hahabulin nun ng Bren. Almost impossible, Beef Mami.
Sumugod yung buong barangay
Yes.
dun sa spawn no? They had pitchforks, man.
Uh-uh.
They just wanted to end the entire thing so fast because they can. Kasi alam nila Bren is gonna play a little bit more carefully. Kasi nga, there's more on the line for Bren. And for Smart Omega, they had nothing to lose. Kasi if ever, they can just go to the next game.
Yes.
But obviously for Bren, yun talaga important na game talaga nila. And now as we hear the chanting dito as for Omega and with their win, kakaiba yung plays, especially with Luffy, yung clutch niya na 1v1.
Yes, this is what you mentioned. Ako then, to be honest, I had a little bit of confusion in that
yes.
play
Yeah.
as to why it was a push, a
Push.
confident push on the side of Waki kahit na medyo tagilid talaga sila. Actually, all the chips were against them dun sa play na yun.
Oo.
But again, I think Bren had to do it. Otherwise, baka maramdaman lang na Smart Omega na takot sila, na baka nag-aalangan. And they should be, honestly, at the time, because wala, talo kayo sa manpower.
I feel like this probably should have been a Bren win.
Yes,
To
yes.
be honest. Kasi yun nga, yung push ni Waki, that was definitely a really distinguishable call that was kind of not favorable for them. But ito na nga, nakita natin yung kay Luffy, diba? And just like that, dito yung nagalit na sila. They just wanted to end it right there and then. And if you give that fire dito sa Smart Omega, syempre, they will pull it and just add more salt sa wound.
And I was about to say na the entire side of the kill counter right there was all
All
blue. So ibang klase din talaga, of course, yung legacy skills, the pioneering, the wisdom, and the overall cohesion of Smart Omega, which made them the Nationals Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open champion. Now, sino ba ang tumatak sa ating lahat ngayong araw?
Ay, okay,
Walang
of
iba.
course. Wow, what a shocker nga, diba? Si Candy, obviously.
Jump scare.
Jump scare. Kasi grabe talaga yung talent talaga nung player na to. As in, every single time, ang consistent niya when it comes to being the MVP, the most out of everyone in this tournament. Kakaiba talaga. Kasi yung search and destroy niya, he knows he can go and deliver na kahit hindi siya yung sniper.
Yes.
He can still, we've talked about it, diba? Yung positioning niya, yung
Oo.
game sense niya, ibang-iba compared to everyone else in the tournament.
His rhythm is odd.
Yes.
Kakaiba yung timing kasi ni Candy dito, mga ka-community. I mean, yung mga positions na hindi mo expect na nandun siya. Very simply put. Now, hindi lang kasi yung frags niya eh. And I believe that he made history with 75 kills in hardpoint for the entire league. So that's insane. Congratulations to Candy. And not to mention, they overcame a demon in the form of Bren pagdating sa control.
Oh my gosh, oo nga eh. Parang pinatumba rin nila na yung best game mode ng Bren. Not only that, on a map that they're not super familiar with or not really confident in.
Yes.
So now that you're thinking about it, tinatago lang ba nila tong standoff at the very end? Well, probably not.
Nagsi-secret training
Secret training yun for sure. Siyempre, if you're not too confident in the map, alam mo na ngayon, it's important na, okay, now that you win for this one, it's definitely gonna be important. But there you go. That is it for us dito as casters, Pika and Beef Mommy. What a great ride dito sa the Nationals Philippine Open. We're gonna be throwing off into our MVP later on. And for Eileen as our host, to end things dito sa show natin, we'll see you in a little bit.